And we got the Panthers favored by 5.5. Who's winning? Cynthia.
I have Panthers comfortably 29-22 in this one. What is a touchdown? 29-22 in this one. In this one.
There's 3 things in life that are promised: death, taxes, and whooping the Panthers' ass on Sundays. Now, before I start running my mouth, what up, Falcons Nation? Rise Up Nation, it's your boy Jazzy Jeff. Real talk, no gimmicks. Bringing that real Falcons talk to real Falcons fans. This game got me feeling some type of way because there was a lot of great, but the part that pisses me off is we could have been doing this back in week 2, 3. We didn't have to wait all the way till make defensive changes. Dan Quinn was too stubborn and prideful to admit that he couldn't coach the defense the way it should be coached, and he couldn't coach the play calling. So the moment he gives it up to Jeff Albrick and then moves Raheem Morris to secondary coach, all of a sudden our defense just looks elite all of a sudden. Like we're one of the top defense in the NFL. I'm seeing brand new schemes I've never seen before. I'm seeing guys awakening. Vic Beasley, Devondre Campbell, Tack McKinley, Adrian Claiborne. All of a sudden they're pass rushing forces. All of a sudden they can cover people. The secondary, all of a sudden they're getting picks. Guys aren't wide open anymore. Passes are being deflected. Passes are being picked off. Isaiah Oliver all of a sudden knows how to have form when he's playing a guy. Ricardo Allen, KZ, all of a sudden they're more ball hawks again. This didn't have to wait until this week, week 11, to do this. And that is why I cannot fully sit here and give Dan Quinn all the credit in the world. You know, there's a phrase that says, don't burn my house down and then grab the hose, put the fire out, and then want credit for putting the fire out. No, you started the fire. Dan Quinn, you started the fire. And now you want to put it out in week 11 and you want me to applaud you? I ain't doing that. I'm going to applaud Jeff Albrick. I'm going to applaud Raheem Morris. And I'm going to applaud the players who executed the game plan perfectly. I want Jeff Albrick to be the defensive coordinator for next year. Yeah, I said it. That's what I want. We don't need to go out and look for anyone else. These guys got the defense playing well. We had 10 quarterback hits, 9 pass deflections, 5 sacks, 4 interceptions. That is unheard of for the Atlanta Falcons defense. 2 games in a row, we've held 2 NFC South opponents to 0 offensive touchdowns. This didn't have to wait till week 11. So that's the part that irritates me. But I love to see it. One of my favorite plays in this entire game, and a lot of people ain't even going to bring it up because I'm a defensive junkie and I love watching defense. And the play I'm going to bring up is, on several occasions, we had 4 down linemen, and then once we saw what the Panthers were doing, we dropped Jack Crawford into coverage and had KZ on a bracket safety on top. And when they did that, when Kyle Allen went to check the ball down, the guy went nowhere for the first downs. Now, why is that such a big deal? Because other times when we didn't drop Jack Crawford back like that and we just rushed him up the field with the rest of them, other teams would check down and that safety would come in too late. And we'd be in that shell coverage defense, and they would just get the first down off the check down. Twice, when Jack Crawford dropped into coverage like that on 3rd down, the guy fell short of the sticks because he was too afraid of Jack Crawford tackling him. That is defensive scheming, coaching, planning to perfection. That is something that we should have been doing since week 2. I don't know why it took so long, because Dan Quinn is so damn stubborn. He didn't want to change anything. He thought it was just, if I give rah-rah speeches, guys will wake up and do better. No, You need to coach better. That's your job, putting guys in positions to succeed. That's what Albrecht and Raheem Morris are doing. The communication is amazing now. This is what I'm talking about. We shouldn't be playing like this from week 11 and on. So next season, we need to start out the gate like this every game. Desmond Trufant. A lot of people want to give Desmond Trufant all the credit in the world, saying, "Oh, he's back." But my problem with Desmond Trufant is he takes one step forward and he takes 2 steps back. 1 step forward, he gets the interception. 2 steps back, he got burnt like chicken, rotisserie chicken by DJ Moore on that one play. He got burnt again on another play that gave him another big first down. And they were both 3rd and 4th down plays. So I'm still iffy about Desmond Trufant. Isaiah Oliver, it looks like if you coach him better, he'll play better. He still isn't better to Sheffield to me with natural defensive coverage, but he's coachable to be better than he is. He just has bad technique and bad form. Once he learns how to get his head around, how to pass deflect without wrapping around, how to defend without tugging, Isaiah Oliver can hold his own. And when the pass rush looks like that, the back end doesn't have to cover that long. So we were getting there with 3-man rushes. Now imagine we go into this draft, we add more defense, we add more offensive line, and we have more linebackers. This defense could be a top 3 defense, in my opinion, especially with Jeff Ulbrich coaching this defense at the helm and Raheem Morris on the back end. That was amazing. Now, let's get into the offense. 31 minutes time of possession. That was versus a team with Christian McCaffrey, who is one of the best running backs in the NFL. He didn't sniff the end zone versus us. And we're known to be a bad run defense. That was amazing to me. Tyler Davison, shout out to you, stepped up. Running the football, Brian Hill, he did okay. Quadri Olson finally gets a touchdown. Why did it take till week 11 to give Quadri Olson a chance? Why do we have this big-ass, swole running back on the bench who's a goal line threat to just run it in from the 1, 2, 3 yard line? And we don't use him the entire season until week 11. That is unacceptable. That's another area where I fault Dan Quinn. Don't give me this Kenyon Barner or Edo Smith or even Devontae Freeman. When we get in the goal line, why wouldn't we run this man? Look at him. Look at the way he runs. There was one play, they showed a slow-mo, and he just lowered his head and just ran right over somebody. That should have been there from... I've been saying this since preseason. I am not an offensive coordinator. I do not work for the NFL. How come I can see this in preseason, but they don't see this until week 11? That is unacceptable to me. And that's something I can't let slide, and it will bother me the rest of the year. Who else did good on offense? Calvin Ridley. I said in my preview that if Matt Ryan gets time and protect, the corners are suspect on Carolina, and Matt Ryan's going to take those deep shots, and Calvin Ridley was the beneficiary of those deep shots. They were so concerned with Julio Jones, he took away 2 guys in coverage every time he ran a route, and Calvin Ridley was going to beat his man every single time. If you give Matt Ryan time, he's going to shred you apart, and that's exactly what he did. So shout out to the offensive line as well. Who else did great? Without Austin Hooper, I thought we struggled at first to figure out how we're going to move the chains on 3rd down without Austin Hooper because he is that safety blanket. But it seemed like Jaden Graham made a couple catches, came to his own. We were creative with the play calling. We were aggressive with the play calling. That's one of the things I also liked about this game, how aggressive we were. Number 1, we come out of the game, we win the toss, and we chose to take the ball. Usually, we defer every single time, I think because we were so concerned with getting the ball at half and playing conservative. When Dan Quinn takes the gloves off and actually lets us play aggressively, we take the ball first, we score first, just like we did versus the Saints. This puts pressure on Kyle Allen to score on his first drive. And when the defense plays like this, we can be more aggressive. We can afford to be more aggressive because the defense is playing so well. Other aggressive plays, the creativity, the end arounds, the tosses, the wide receiver reverses, the screens, the deep shots down the field, the willingness to not be afraid, going for it on fourth down even though we have the lead. Those are things I wish we did more often because the percentages bear out our offense should overcome any defense with 4 downs and Matt Ryan and Julio Jones on this team. So I love Dan Quinn's aggressiveness in this game. That was one of my favorite parts also in this game. Special teams, Kenyon Barner, punt return touchdown. Beautiful. I love that. Against his former team, you know he really wanted it. He was pumped. I love that we did this without Devontae Freeman, without Austin Hooper. We lost Tat McKinley to a pectoral shoulder / injury. But Adrian Claiborne stepped up and was still wreaking havoc. We didn't lose a step after Tack went down. And it was good to see Tack on the sidelines cheering his team on. It didn't look like he was severely hurt where it might be a season-ending injury. So hopefully we get Tack back. But I just loved how into the game we were, how engaged we were, how bonded we were together. And I wish this happened week 1, week 2, week 3. But it is something to look forward to and something to build on. I don't believe in tanking. I don't believe in losing on purpose to get high draft picks. I believe in setting the tone for next year if you're going to lose. So I would love for us to finish 9-7, to set the tone, to let other teams know that we ain't going anywhere next year. And it shows us that we have the team to get it done. We don't have to scrap everything. So those are things I loved about the game, and I hope we can continue them moving forward. Now, the Carolina Panthers were talking a whole lot of smack this game. Mario Addison was all in his feelings this game. Did you see him? He got so mad when we were scoring touchdowns and making plays. You could tell he was trying to fight our offensive linemen. And that all stemmed off him running his mouth about Matt Ryan saying he going to make him cry and take home this L. Mario Addison, come here. Hold this L for me. That's what I need you to do. Hold that L for me. Because you're trash. We always beat the Panthers. It doesn't matter who's in the game. It doesn't matter if Cam's in the game or not. We own the Panthers. I told you. Coming to the game, Matt Ryan 6 out of 7 beating the Panthers. Now, 7 out of 8 beating the Panthers. I love this game. It was great all around. Just a great team win. Everything. Everyone got involved. They even put my man Quadri on special teams, helping out front block for Kenyon Barner on that punt return touchdown. It seemed like everyone touched the ball, and when everyone touches the ball and we spread it around, we are really difficult to stop. And I thought Matt Ryan settled in nicely in this game. So, Falcons Nation, tell me, what was your favorite part about this game? Was it the offense and Calvin Ridley going off? Was it the defensive shutdown? Was it the punt return touchdown? Was it seeing Quadri get a touchdown? Or was it the look on these Carolina Panthers fans' faces? They talk so much trash, oh, keep pounding. The only thing I saw that got pounded was the Carolina Panthers on Sunday. So, Falcons Nation, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please stick around. Hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share. And as always, Falcons Nation, we rise up. Peace, y'all.